Guess whose turn it is? It's
Was
C
it-
Team.
Well, I think it had to be me anyway, right? Because it was like,
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Let me remind me what happened, because the last thing I remember was the thing with Diana where we had to make the choice with the gun. Did we do
Yeah.
something else with Q Team?
I think all we did was everyone saw like the red box scene, basically.
Oh yeah.
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 And
Knows how to open them. So
and in Q Team, we found out he's a robot.
Well, but
right, but that was the first thing we did.
Mm. Okay.
if
Well-
you shuffled the YouTube playlist, you're really confused, and we just spoiled everything.
Woo!
Why would you shuffle a YouTube playlist for a Let's Play?
Because then it's like the game. You're playing the game, but you get to play it this time, not
You're
just
even
us.
more confused.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
What if you played the other Zero Escape games out of order like this?
Ooh. Piece it together. Ambidex.
One of the first scenes you get is like one of the biggest endings.
The reactor.
This
Speaking
nuclear
of-
reactor automatically supplies electricity for years without any extra input.
How do you know all that?
I read it in the
'Cause I made
manual
it.
that's right over there.
Oh,
What, you don't think Zero plans to lock us in this shelter for years and years, do you?
That's not funny.
Yes.
That's not funny.
hey, you two, stop doing that. That's not funny.
It's pointless. I checked it already.
That's not funny.
That means we're trapped. It's the new year. 22 years since Maria was born. Never thought there'd be a time when I couldn't wish her Happy New Year. This is the worst year ever.
She your girlfriend?
No. She's my little sister.
That's not funny.
She fell ill 10 years ago and was admitted to the hospital. I figured she'd be lonely in there, so I always stop by after work.
That's...
Very funny.
Every good morning,
I like
good
it.
night was
Junpei
Tell
just
me
like,
more.
ah! Go on, Carlos.
This jokester over here.
Oh, that's right. Happy New Year, Junpei.
Just to really rub it in
What's
Carlos's
with you all of a
face.
sudden?
I've wanted to say that to you for 10 years, but I couldn't.
It
You say
wasn't
it
New
now,
Year's
but-
last time we talked.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say.
At least give her a proper response. You're her boyfriend, right?
No, I am not.
Merry Christmas.
She's just a childhood friend.
Really? And here I thought you were dating.
Carlos?
Whoops. I'm sorry if I made things awkward. I
No,
just
that's
wanted
funny.
to learn how you guys were connected.
Thank you.
The best way to build teamwork is to know who your partners are.
How like a firefighter.
Well, we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, we can't hang around here like this forever. Let's find a way out.
You said we were done with puzzles.
I thought we were almost done with them. That we might be soon.
Oh, you lied.
I thought that maybe we were kind of close-ish.
I thought maybe someday we'd be free, but we're
really
still seeking a
getting-
way out. So that's a nuclear reactor.
Check the cams, Freddy Fazbear's coming.
It's way high tech. What's that circular thing in the middle?
It's at the center of the reactor. The core, maybe?
Dun, 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 dun,
What's
dun,
that?
dun, dun, dun,
This looks like the
dun.
control panel for the reactor. The power's not on. Oh no.
That's not funny.
Sorry.
Nothing's funny anymore.
I mean, it wasn't
I
bad. It's
think-
just not funny.
That's great. You're right. This is a gas heater.
But it's not funny. I mean, there's no fire. Maybe the gas isn't connected.
Fire? Did you say fire?
These are really great to have during the winter, when fire is safe and yummy.
Fire is safe in the winter.
She's like, there's no fire, and Carlos is like, whew. That was a close one, guys.
What the heck? It's not I'm budging.
I saw what you said there, and I see a keyhole down here. We probably need to find a key before we can pull it.
Get him, Mega Man.
You can do it.
These seem to be key resources, Mega Man. This valve is shut right now.
Then how about we open it?
Right now.
It's done.
Whoa. Now that's funny.
That's funny for now. We don't really need to close it though.
It won't be funny later, and then we'll close.
Oh, this is locked.
We can see a rectangular metal object through the glass door.
We might be able to use it, but question is, how do we use it?
Yeah.
This locker is an opening.
Maybe it'll unlock if we direct power in an orchestra.
No. That's not funny. Looking at it, this must be the power switch for the locker?
Oh, so what, you're the funny police now?
I
I thought
am.
you were a firefighter.
He puts out 2 different fires.
There are 2 lights, one to the left and the other at the bottom. Neither is on.
Yeah. Are you two dating? Put that spark out! Ugh! No more!
Oh!
You could start a flame with that.
Flipping this switch does nothing. I bet the Xbox has no power though.
No, it does, but it's red ring.
Junpei, that's a Switch, not an Xbox.
It plays Sony games?
Correct.
Apparently.
Yay!
This is the panel's power meter.
It's pointing at 0. The power must not be running.
Help!
Oh, you found me. Is this the power distribution lever?
I think so. Moving levers should change where the power is going.
I'm moving it. Ah, the lights aren't on. Is the power not on?
What did you do?
My dial. This slider, maybe it's a switch for the power distribution panel. Let's push it.
What did you do?
It's working. It's going up. It's going over there. Oh, I'm gonna flip
I
this.
hope we get a detonate the bomb.
Yeah, I'm gonna detonate the bomb.
You can push the switch to blow up the other teammates or to blow up yourself.
Woo!
It's too dangerous, Carlos. We'd get shocked.
It's not leaking out anywhere, but it's too risky. Let's turn it on, baby.
Okay, that's on, right?
No.
I'm turned on.
This
No
is
way.
the worst year ever.
Dang, this door is locked.
I think there's something inside. Let's change the switch later. I think we can open this.
It's an extinguisher. The label says freezing fire extinguisher.
I hate freezing fire.
It's so cold.
We'll just freeze the fire and save it for later.
A freezing fire extinguisher.
It'll freeze things like this.
What? Why are you pointing at me, Junpei?
Oh, no reason. I'm just curious.
You just want to see how she'd react, didn't you?
No, I like
It's
Frozen.
pretty good. Oh. As long as lock switch, we just need to change it.
And now the light is the switch became the switch light.
The power must have rerouted with the moving of the switch.
Can't even dock it.
I can't put it on the TV anymore. The bottom light is on. The lockdown here should open. Ah.
Whoa, what's this? Did somebody go smithing?
Yes.
Minecraft?
I've been putting time in RuneScape, thank you.
Steve!
Steve! A block of tin.
The melting point of tin is low, so it's an easy material to process.
It's often used in Minecraft and Terraria and RuneScape. You know,
True.
necessities.
True.
The simple mining necessities.
That's it. Turn on your strife.
Oh no, the water. It's not.
There are two possible reasons. Either the main valve is shut, or it didn't work.
No.
Forget about your worries, I just dropped.
Where does this go? This goes like.
The wires here are exposed. This is dangerous.
And indecent.
It should be alright so long as there isn't a current going through.
Never pull the plug while the machine's in use. I heard that as a kid. They also told me not to lick it, but I didn't listen.
I did it anyway.
I think they were wrong.
It tasted fun.
And that's the story of how Junpei became the way he was.
Oh, I
He was
get
sitting
it.
there, looking the inside of a lamp. The power distribution level for this panner is the power on light.
Say
True.
level for the panner.
This electricity tastes fun.
Oh, the other light turned on. Yay!
It goes over here. It goes. It goes right here.
You did it! Oh, I think it's can open.
Oh! Is this a puzzle?
Ka-chow.
I tried.
Kerchoo.
Careful, SpongeBob.
Splat!
Careful, SpongeBob.
What if I did that?
Careful, SpongeBob, careful.
Careful, SpongeBob.
Careful, SpongeBob!
Patrick, it's already done.
Oh, that was my.
That was my turn. Failed.
I know, it's in the book, SpongeBob.
You're
I wanted to believe. I
Oh,
got
look
it
at the
right.
corners. Match the corners up.
I
Oh,
always wanted to
wait.
be
Oh!
that guy.
I didn't know I could move this whole thing.
Now you know.
I mean, every word in the book, SpongeBob.
But you got here first.
Come on, Pat. You just stand around handing out free coffees all day.
I used to own a Corolla.
I know, it's in the book.
That's
Glad
the
you guys have something to
idea.
talk about while I do the puzzle.
I was just like, I'm just sitting here quoting this whole thing.
You YouTubers, do you see what I put up with all day? Oh my god.
Do it. You got it.
I feel pretty good about that.
You just stand around handing out free coffees all day.
It's in
the book,
Squidward.
It's in the Krusty Krab manual, Squidward.
Yeah, Squidward.
Free coffee? But free coffee means no money.
True, we solved it somehow.
Junpei and Akane are making SpongeBob jokes while Carlos is trying to do the puzzle. All right, Carlos.
Hey, good job, Pat. Let's take a look.
No. Is this because I'm wearing pink? Sync plug. A sync plug. So does that mean?
we put it in the sink then?
Or the sink puts it. Anyway, you can't shove it up your fat nose. I can't think of anywhere else to put it.
Rude.
That's why we're not dating anymore.
Oh, we got another one.
Two.
Oh, we got 2.
Look for the sink. I think so, anyway.
You think so?
No, you
plug.
can't plug the plug.
I wish, man.
The power switch is turned. Let's turn it off.
Okay. Scoop. I couldn't turn it off. It just turned it on again.
The power is going where the switch is pointed.
I think we could open this door.
It's a steel mold. What kind of cheese is this?
Doesn't taste very good.
Tastes like metal. This steel mold doesn't look like it makes a key shape.
You're right.
No,
You are.
I am.
Junpei, you have to accept this. This is the only time you've ever been right.
Yay!
It really would make a cute Castella. I don't know what a Castella is.
I'm pretty sure it's not for baking cakes.
Is that what a Castella is?
Anyway, it looks like a key.
Yep.
How can you eat a Castella?
Like this.
Odd. Water isn't coming out.
Maybe the valve is closed, or it's just broken.
Even.
Maybe you need to eat the Castella.
Eat the
Castella,
Lotteria.
Oh, click on this. I was running through the power distribution panel.
Let's direct the power. Let's find out where.
Okay.
The power distribution panel. The power is on, so we can direct it where we want to go.
This is too hard for me.
What was that on the ground?
Hey, what the heck?
Hey. Something's on the ground.
It's full of matches.
Don't touch those!
You arsonists!
They taste like salt.
I guess you could eat them, that's fine. I think we can still use these matches as food.
We'll have to ration them out. Be careful.
Oh,
Junpei! This
spicy.
room is so cold. Let's light one and think about warm food.
Like the little match girl? Well, it's not like I don't agree with fast food.
Oh, fast food's pretty good. Oh.
Oh, super.
You know, Junpei, we may not be a match, but this is.
Yay!
That's the kind of spark I like to see.
That
Now
joke
that's
gave me
funny.
depression.
Oh, maybe this will cheer you up. It's the main valve for the water pipes.
That does cheer me up.
Aw, dang, it's frozen.
My least
hate
favorite
Frozen.
Disney movie. Just 360'd and then walked away. It is very cold in here. Maybe if we warm the room up, it will turn.
I got matches. It's frozen solid.
Maybe if we
on the
did
ball.
something that makes it hotter, like use a match.
No.
It's a fire hydrant.
This is the main gas valve. It's a fire hydrant.
It's shut right now. Let's open it.
Matches.
It's a good idea to close the valve again after you use it.
Always remember to leave the toilet seat down.
Up?
Well, true enough. I'm gonna leave it open though.
You want the kids to see your surprise.
Oh my gosh, the gas mains are still on and we're off catching fire.
Surprise!
Somebody left the toilet seat down.
This water wall is shut.
True.
Let's open it then. La 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 la. And now we're dying.
Shut and singing.
It's frozen.
Ah,
Ah, that went well, I think.
wow, it's a lot easier to examine the room when it's warm.
True. That's what we
Are
just
you
did.
crazy? No.
warm. Let me see that tape.
Oh, this one's already on.
Oh.
This heater has a drawer.
So you can take the heat out for later?
Yeah.
But nothing's in here.
But it looks like we could put 2 rectangular objects inside it.
Gross.
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
I don't fit in the square hole.
It's got
What
a
a
red light.
square.
Maybe you're just a square?
If that's true, then how do we open it?
It goes in the square hole.
Oh.
With this, I put it in the square hole.
This
Inga.
valve goes into the square hole. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, good. I didn't get to read my line. Because I was yawning.
You light a fire to start. Hold on.
Maybe if we only opened the thing and put the gas in, we would be able to light it with gas.
Oh, I didn't notice the holes were down here.
The steel mold. It fits in the mold.
It's a mole, all right.
We'll just
Salamence
leave
is
it there, then.
breaking the mold.
Yes. And I put it there.
Hey, this tin block should fit this hole here.
Dialga is asserting its pressure.
True.
It fits in the square hole.
No reason to disturb Dialga or whatever.
Wonder if what happens if we do, though.
Ah! Hey, you guys hear something?
The light over there was red, but now it's red.
It's redder.
I'm
Maybe that
colorblind.
means the furnace door on top is super locked.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Let's take it out. Get him,
Matches.
fireman. Use your axe attack.
I don't have my axe with me.
Carlos.
Some girl with pink ponytails took it from me.
Oh no!
This would be nice.
My axe!
A wild clover appeared.
Oh, looks and feels like the fire's lit.
I think he knows his stuff.
I
Hey,
don't.
did you hear a sound below?
No. Let's take a look.
Huh?
Ah, feel that hot air. Nom, 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 nom. The heater is all heated up now.
Save some for the rest of us.
Oh, no, no, no.
Fire's burning bright inside. Let's just enjoy this heat for now.
Who are you?
Ah, there's something in here.
Fire. Ah!
It's a Caressa or whatever.
It's a key made of tin is what it is.
Oh,
It's pretty decently made too.
thank you.
It's probably used somewhere in this room.
Well, guess we need to find a hole to fit that key.
You're disgusting.
Keyhole!
Keyblade.
Keyblade!
I don't want to touch this. I want to touch this.
Turn the water on!
Oh, I think we can turn the valve now.
The ice around it is melting. Now we just need to put it back in place.
No! The valve is open, and now we have
Broken.
water.
Golly, I broke it.
I killed it. It's dead.
Oh, what's this? Hello.
This would fit on the drain, don't you think?
How about that? Perfect. I'm glad we fixed that.
Whew. Zero really needs to clean up his puzzles.
That could have been nasty. I'm gonna plug this up.
Ah, I guess the plug was meant to be used here.
It fit perfectly.
It made a cute sound.
Turning the water on now.
If we turn the water on now,
Water.
Ah!
It will overflow and go down into the drainage ditch.
What have we done?
Minecraft physics.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll push you around the room.
No.
Yay!
Get it back out. Get it back out.
Ah, dang it! I don't want to get my hands wet.
No.
Well, the room isn't flooding, so it's probably fine to leave it on.
So it's designed to not flood even with the cover on. Must be because of the machines.
Nanomachine, son.
They harden in response to difficult puzzles.
Face it, Jack. You can't beat this puzzle.
What if I turn it on right now? Let's turn it on.
Okay. Oh man, this water, it makes my face moldy.
That's upsetting.
Nothing special is happening. No faces are being moldy.
Ah!
Let's not waste water. I'm sure Zero will appreciate that.
My water bill!
Oh no!
You fool.
I think we can plug the fit here.
Oh, look. It fits super well. Yay.
That's right, it goes in the square hole.
This square hole is kind of creeping me out. Akane, what do you think?
I think it goes in the square hole.
No.
That's right.
The sink is plugged. And now to turn on the water. Shoot, it's going in the square hole.
Oh no! This water was not made for the square hole.
Carlos, you gotta go along with it. Junpei gets cranky when he gets his shapes wrong.
We need square water.
That's right, Junpei. Mm-hmm.
Square
The
water.
draining ditch is right below it though, so don't let it go in the square hole.
Do I really seem that clumsy to you, Junpei?
Is water wet?
Meanie.
Oh no, we got it. Get in there.
Hey, I went in the. No, it's going in the square hole!
It's good for the drain outlet. I'm gonna cut off the square hole.
You gotta stop it!
It's in the way lying on the floor like that, so let's put it where it belongs.
That's right, into the square hole.
See? He's back to normal.
Ah, that fits, and it's going through it. Now it's not.
Oh, okay. That's Minecraft physics for you.
Yeah, we must be lagging on the server.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh! I'm gonna turn this on.
Okay.
Do it.
These drainage ditches are full of water. If we turn the power on now. Hey, stand in the water for me.
Okay.
Huh?
This is a dangerous situation, even with no power. We should keep it off.
No, my puzzle.
Like this, Carlos.
No. Oh, I'm gonna freeze you.
Got it.
This end of the drain has the power cord submerged inside.
The control power cord is submerged in the water.
So if we ran a current through this, the control panel might turn on.
Carlos.
I freeze the sink. Psh.
As we thought, the water's overflowing and falling into the ditch.
But not the square hole.
Freeze! We couldn't use the water in the ditch as a substitute power cord. Could we? Yeah, we could. Ah! And nothing happens. Hold on. But the power is not directed in the right way. Scoot. My bad.
The light is right and is lit.
The rain in Spain is mainly on the plane.
You know what we're talking about.
Woo!
The ditches are full of water. Turn the power on now, Will.
Shocking, isn't it?
Whoa!
Minecraft.
Let's play, guys. The drains are acting like
screens.
power cords. I would have never believed this would work.
Yeah, but we've no clue how long it'll last. Let's get to examining while we have power.
Hey, this man says, please update Windows 10.
No.
Turbine. It's probably at the back of the reactor.
But how do we close them?
Oh.
Oh. Never mind.
If you want to play Minecraft, you have to play Minesweeper first.
No! Otherwise, when you play Minecraft, you might just randomly blow up.
Gotta check for mines.
Neil is sitting at 18 degrees Celsius right now.
No more chattering teeth.
Unless...
Thanks, Jesus.
No problem, Junpei.
Yeah.
We need to get back to searching now that it's warmer.
No, what about this one? The thermometer needle sits at 18 degrees Celsius. I freeze it. I destroy it.
A thermometer for measuring thermometers.
I'm turning this off. Kill it. It's open right now. Fine. Okay, I thought
It's
we'd
no
get something.
use.
Play
You
Minecraft.
Control panel's powered on a monitor, so please close off the steam turbine.
Please close Steam before updating.
Please.
Close down Steam and never play this game again.
Oh.
Oh.
Nuclear core to ball light core is floating in the center, floating.
Oh my gosh, is that thing gonna explode at the end of a bad ending?
Yeah. Yeah.
They could be broken, or maybe they only display information when needed.
I swear. Just kidding, I would never.
Oh, Junpei. That's our boy. I have a key for this.
You did at the start of the first one.
That was a different person.
That was a Japanese voice actor.
Yeah.
This key, I think it'll fit in this keyhole.
Oh, it fits perfectly. Maybe we can pull the lever?
The key is in, and the lever is unpulled.
And why do you look so happy about the lever being unpulled, Junpei?
Too much anime.
On prom night?
Yeah, this kid doesn't like his lever getting pulled.
I
That's
wanted
not
to
funny.
wanted to go to prom with him, and he just was like, "No, anime."
Whoa, you're an anime weeb too, Carlos? Do you want to watch One Piece with me?
No, I don't. No, I'm sorry.
It's like 1 billion episodes, but I promise it gets good after episode 30.
I'm starting over with the Spanish dub this time.
I like anime. My sister's not a fan, but she enjoys watching almost anything on TV.
You truly love your sister, don't you?
I make her watch what I want to watch.
You should tell her
Firefighter
watching too
shows.
much TV is bad and she should go outside.
It's a reality game show. It's where they put out a fire in a building. I should have gone left.
Oh,
They
you
died.
lost! You burned to death!
Oh gosh. It's like Legends of the Hidden Temple. You gotta get through a maze, but there's a fire.
Yay!
What? The reactor turbine?
Looks like the shields came down. The shields are tightly shut.
The shields are tightly shut.
I thought we tightly shut them. It kind of scared me.
Well, we did, Akane.
No! No, look at the monitor. Minesweeper.
Minecraft! Maybe we should put the hammer first.
That's a good idea. Let's take a look. Well. What if I put this here? No.
No, that won't fit there.
This E can't go in a lot of places.
Come on, Junpei.
No, I'm better at this when I'm backseating.
You're Junpei.
No, come on, Junpei. You got this.
Come on, Junpei.
He's just saying it to
Junpei.
himself while Carlos is solving the puzzle.
You got this, Junpei. Put it where it belongs,
I'm gonna put that
Junpei.
one later.
No, Junpei, you
No,
had it
Junpei.
right. Why'd you get rid of it?
Is this right? Is this right?
Because it's the only place where it can go without being, like, touching a different.
I feel like I have to believe you, but what about this spot
Actually,
with this
no,
shape?
you
Probably.
could rotate it and put it on the ground.
No.
So
Well, yeah, we could just remove it from the puzzle entirely. It would fit there.
Yeah,
I put it up there.
you got it, Junpei. You did it.
just
You missed the next, Junpei. What are you doing?
How am I going to
He has
get this one
dementia.
now? I can't do that.
You can flip the E. You did it, Junpei.
What the? It works.
Yay.
That's not gonna work.
not right there. B.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
T.
Triggered.
Come on, Junpei. Just 3 more. It's not that hard.
Come on, Junpei, hug the bows.
Come on, Junpei. Junpei, you screwed up.
You blew it.
You're supposed to match the X's, not destroy them.
You are like a brother to me.
Come on, Junpei. Do better.
Get it together.
Man.
I think that X is probably appropriate though.
That's inappropriate, actually.
Might be
That's not
inappropriate.
gonna work, Junpei. What are you thinking?
You know what you can't do is listen to me, because I don't know how to solve this.
Fair.
Good job, Junpei. You did it. You screwed up again.
Oh, you did it again.
Oh, yeah. Move the T and the X. Dang it.
He was so excited.
Is this a T to you?
No, that's it. That's a fork.
Is this a T to you?
No, that's a fork.
This is a phi, by the way.
Phi.
Yeah, move the T. You just grab the T.
Oh wait, it's
Put it in the spot. Come on.
Sigma. Is it
This
one of
one's
these
Sigma?
Yeah,
He's
that
in
one's-
the other team.
We got Sigma and Phi here. Ooh, so close.
You did it.
I was nearly there.
Nearly is not yearly.
This guy takes calculus.
No, I don't. That's not true.
He goes
takes it
on
and he
Brain
doesn't play
Academy and
back.
takes calculus. What's your brain age?
20,000. Bad.
Your brain age is stupid.
No, I feel good about like
because it's so bad.
I feel good about like the top row, but I don't know if I should feel good about the top row.
I don't think
my
you
problem.
should feel good about anything.
You
Is that
got
right?
this, Junpei.
I don't think that technically fits there, but like, what am I gonna do with that? Yeah,
Can't fit the X then.
done.
We're gonna play the Xbox.
His mom said it's my turn.
DW, ice.
Mom wants to play the Xbox.
My turn.
Okay, well, with our current configuration, only the X can go here.
Okay.
This is true.
This
I don't
is
know which
true
way.
in most circumstances.
In a couple circumstances, it might be considered true. Just a
That's
couple,
what the
though.
B's for.
Yeah, but also
Where's
the
the
phi
Q?
can only like fit Here, I think
Wait.
we might be wrong on one of these upper ones.
Probably.
That's
Like the speed
fine.
could go somewhere else.
No.
Wow. That's rude.
This bee over here.
Whoa!
Frig that bee, man. Am I right?
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Frig that bee.
You
I don't know. This is a good spot for
could
a
put
bee,
the
though.
L. Okay.
Why don't you put the thing right there?
Ah, yeah.
Hey,
And then you could
I thought we solved it for a
instead of
second.
that one. No, you almost had it. No, stop. Put all those things back. You almost had it. Okay. Now, take out the omega, which is now currently like a U. And then put the L, that upside down L in its place. And now you can put the omega in there. No, you
He
can't.
solved it.
Wait, yes, you can. Oh, no.
Yeah! Yeah!
You did it, Carlos.
I'm good at those
Stupid
puzzles.
Carlos. Look, it says click.
Click here, please.
Please.
Like, click.
I did it!
Bomberman. Now it's gonna explode.
We did it!
The core lit up, and now it's spinning.
The monitor to the side turned on too. Let's see what it says.
It says, go liable.
Ah, no.
My favorite VeggieTales show. Hey!
Gullible.
The power's on. Why'd you had you do that?
I don't know. But we should be able to use this at least.
Let's get another puzzle going then.
Woo!
If Minesweeper was so good, how come there's not a Minesweeper 2?
There's a
Oh,
movie.
jeez. Oh, these only go vertically though,
There's a movie?
I don't.
and only so far. Okay.
Yeah, well, you gotta.
I was scared. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Jeez. Well, we need this to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow goes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the yellow.
Wait, the only way we can get yellow over here is like reflect it over here and get it bounced off. If we did like this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Bounce.
Bounce.
There you go.
Baku Bomberman.
Baku Bomberman.
But now you gotta solve the puzzle.
No!
That's unfair.
No!
Yikes.
It's okay. How do we solve for red? Red's got to be like
Solve for red.
that, basically. Yeah, it's
Got
pretty. It's pretty good.
The lasers just shooting at each other.
Now you think of with portals.
Thank you.
Now you're thinking with PlayStation portables.
Yo,
Dude, I'm all for it.
if only you had games.
Man, there was the one thing it was missing.
It had internet.
I was going for innocence.
You still got the wrong guy every time you quote it.
Cheapers.
He's like, cheapers, mister. And the other guy's like, I was going for innocence.
I was going for innocence.
I was going for Jeepers, mister.
Jeepers, mister.
Okay, Sly, you gotta say Jeepers, mister.
Jeepers, mister?
Oh, he said it.
I was going for innocent, Sly.
I'm a total bystander.
Forgot I wanted to do this with yellow was my goal.
Bystand somewhere
Kind of.
else.
They don't
Dude.
allow me back inside.
Good.
I want to try that, and I wanted to do.
Oh.
That for yellow, and maybe we should work from there.
Toilet.
You're a
Toilet.
turlet.
Your reds and blues, they cross.
It was pretty IMO.
With applesauce.
Yay!
Yay, Froggy!
Froggy.
Froggy.
Oh, Froggy,
Hi,
I'm
dear.
feeling
Have you seen my frog?
No.
I am Kermit the Frog.
This big purple cat is very cool. I like to go fishing with him.
I ate
Please.
a thing and now I have a tail.
I'm gonna go on a murderous rampage.
Here I go.
Hey, big guy. Hey, little guy.
We're like close, but we gotta figure out this red lasers gimmick.
Gotta get this red thing on hunky dory.
Yeah.
Well, you
Just
could
do
move-
it.
No. You could move it and groove.
Now you just need the red.
Yeah, I know.
That's the wrong one. Now you just need the red. What are you doing?
Hold
That
on.
was almost okay.
My brain
was almost
doesn't
right.
work appropriately. There's a red, but how do I do
Now you
it?
need the yellow. What are you doing?
What's the matter with you?
Hug the bows, Mario. Wait, and
the
then move
bows.
the. You can't move the yellow one up, can you?
Yeah.
Or the not the yellow, the middle,
The middle layer,
the
no.
one right in the middle. No.
No, yeah. I like to pretend that I enjoy puzzles.
Yeah,
Tell us how you really feel.
Puzzles make me cry. Is
He
the
had
truth.
us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Wait, how did I screw up yellow so bad? What happened? This
That's
happened.
what I was.
That's what
Graduated. Yay! I like this one.
Yeah, this is a good configuration
Now
so
do
far.
red.
Now make the red work.
No,
Come on.
no, make them kiss.
So I can't let it go all the way over there because that would be foolish.
Do it anyway. Do it the other way.
Do it again.
All the way. Yeah.
Now it's a square. See, and it goes in the square hole. Yee.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. All the lasers are hitting the center target now.
Does this mean the reactor core will be hit with radiation as well?
Yes.
I'm going to blow up the moon, Sonic.
Not the moon.
It
Oh,
will
it's
be a
just the
new
moon.
egg empire.
We can do without the moon, right, Tails?
Yeah.
Citizens of the world.
Oh, okay. I just needed more of the song to understand. The core's still spinning, and now it's playing Eggman's theme.
Yeah, the Eggman, the master plan, Eggman. That's what I said.
No. We better shut down the control panel though.
Before it plays more.
Turn off the water.
Wherever I go.
Junpei, closing the main valve won't drain the water out of the drains.
We gotta stop the singing somehow. The drain outlets are closed.
Genius at heart. What I am, I'm an Eggman. You skipped my line, you are
Raise
the
it.
Eggman.
Oh, there you go. Wait.
Now we're gonna
It
jump over
worked.
the ice and slip and die.
Now we're gonna get a Dio level explosion that's gonna blow the whole facility sky high.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, disaster averted, and the lights are turning back on.
We did it. Hey, look, the door over there. Should we do it?
Ah!
What?
I got wet.
Oh.
Oh.
The top layer of the ice melted.
She stepped in water? Why won't you wake up?
We did it!
Whoa!
Look, we got an achievement. We solved 13 escape rooms. I think there's only 13.
She's okay. She's just unconscious. Her breathing and pulse are normal.
I see.
Unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Now announcing the current casualties.
I'm good at this.
Q Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 3 are now deceased. As a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. I kill Fool. That is all.
That's me.
Q team.
I'm a fool.
It had to have been the vote.
No, we can't be sure all of Q team was really killed.
Yeah. You're right.
We need to focus on getting out of here somehow.
You seem to be forgetting that the exit's still locked.
Well then, all we can do is go into that room. What the hell is this thing?
I know what that thing is.
Akane?
We're gonna work
She's
on our
laying down
core.
outside. The hell is this?
No clue.
They took
Something's
their eyes
up
off
on the
Akane.
monitor,
She's
though.
gonna get killed.
Left her in the electrified water.
Yeah. Stay here, Akane.
It's the rules of the AB game. It's Carlos and Junpei. You vote, ally, or betray. You must vote at the same time. If the timing is off, everyone within the shelter will be executed. Thank you. Both of you will start with 3 BP. This number will change based on the voting results. Which is ally, you'll get 3. Okay? Which is betray, all BP points remain the same. If Carlos chooses ally and Junpei chooses betray, Carlos loses 3 BP while Junpei gains 6. It's just vice versa, I think, right?
No.
Carlos
You're the one
gains
reading
6 while Junpei loses 3. That's true. That's true. I think it's formatted weird, but yeah. When the other player's BP reaches 9, extra door will unlock. If your BP drops to 0, you'll be executed. Method of execution. Bracelet will administer a muscle relaxant into your bloodstream. This way, you will at least receive a peaceful death.
Unlike the other times they die.
Beware, others will share the same fate as you. If Carlos dies, Diana and Sigma will die as well. If Junpei dies, Akane and Fi will die. Make your choice carefully.
Betrayed already. I already did it.
Share the same.
Hey, you're supposed to do it at the same time.
If I die, Akane and Fi die too.
And Diana and Sigma are killed if I die.
Hot damn! How far is Zero going to go with his toying with us?
It's funny.
Ally?
Oh.
Or betray. Well, what'll it be, Carlos?
What are you saying? Isn't it obvious?
He said the
We
line.
choose ally twice. We'll add 6 additional points to our initial 3. And we'll both end up with 9 BP. No one dies, no one gets hurt. The exit door will open. And C-Team will be able to get out.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
There's nothing gained by choosing betray, right? Zero's aiming for us to kill ourselves off here.
All right.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Hey, before we do this, do you mind if we check on Akane?
It's so stupid. You should never take your eyes off anyone in this darn game. Okay, she's still there.
She's Zero.
This girl here?
It was me.
She's
I
always
was
been
Zero.
really smart. If she thinks the
And then
tiniest
she walked
thing
into
is
electrified
off,
water.
she'll start to play with
That's why I said
buts and
was.
ifs, like someone at least twice her age. But to all of us back in grade school, she was pretty strange. Well, I guess she came across as scary.
Did she get bullied a lot?
No. It was just, well,
Me.
not many people wanted to be friends. I always saw her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her knees, and all alone. I decided that I'd stay by her side to watch over and protect her, if I could. Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She didn't take it well. So,
It was
without telling
7.
me or the teachers, she went to their hutch,
Stupid
crying
rabbits. I got him.
apologizing over
I'm a
and
good
over to
cop.
them. That was over 10
You're
years
under
ago.
arrest, Mr. Rabbit. Kapow!
A memory that's been tucked away in my brain, covered in dust. When I saw her again last year, I was reminded of that time. I just can't not keep an eye on her. I know she always goes and just quietly shoulders everything herself. That's why I want to protect her. I wanted to help her bear whatever weight she's taken up. I truly felt that. But, well, I don't know. It was like I didn't know her as well as I thought I did. Hell, I couldn't understand why I even cared. I wanted to find out more about who she really was. To go and see her. Come on, you have someone you really care about, don't you?
Nope, just
You mean my
fired.
sister?
Don't say your
Yeah.
sister.
My parents.
I'm not gonna marry her if that's what you're asking.
And then Maria fell ill too. an
Sweet
incurable
home
disease.
Alabama.
Above anything else, I want to see her smile like before. That's what I decided. That's why.
Ah, now I get it. That's why you need the $500,000.
It's clear we both have someone we want to protect. And neither of us can afford to die now.
Right.
So let's get out of this room by both picking ally. We'll work on getting out of this shelter after that. Okay, let's get this over with.
Yeah. Back to the room for us.
We're gonna leave her unguarded.
Let's just put her back where we found her. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't get the timing
this
wrong,
is hotter.
okay? We have to enter them at the same time to...
What?
I know. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oops, I hit betray.
Time to decide.
Are we hitting it at the same time?
You didn't push it out. He already did.
Are we on 3 or after 3?
Is it go? Is it?
Junpei already pushed it.
Can you do it again?
Oh no.
I've read game theory. It says I should always betray.
I'm the apple. You're the banana.
All votes have been received. Results will be
Game theory.
displayed
Don't you know
on the
Matt Pat's a
monitor.
liar?
No, he
Mario's
ruined
a
the name of game theory.
sociopath, and we all know it.
Oh. Oh, this is awkward.
This is gonna be fun to watch.
No way.
Goodbye, Junpei. No!
Sorry, Junpei.
Why?
It's because you would have picked Betray to protect Akane. That's what I figured anyway.
Don't lie. The 3 on Q Team are dead now. If 3 more die, the X-Store. That's why you.
No! I wanted to protect Diana and Sigma.
I don't even know them.
The shield that protects became a spear in the end.
That'll come back to bite you in the ass. Carlos, I swear I'll get you for this.
Forgive me, Junpei.
No.
All right, well.
How dare you! How dare you kill Junpei!
Akane!
Oh my, wait. Hold on,
That's not how you use a fire extinguisher. No!
I could have taught you if I was still alive.
You're the square hole, and this shape is going in.
That's right.
Well, that was a pretty extreme reaction.
This is twice
dummy.
that she's killed him.
They only needed 6 X-passes.
You.
Junpei!
You're covered in ketchup.
Wasn't that
It's a good
romantic?
That was.
Oh!
What?
It's not a real ending.
0 imposters remain. You see what I did there? Because it's 0.
Huh?
Oh, anyway.
He's the impopsicle.
He's the impopster. Okay, now we gotta see Junpei betray Carlos, and he's like, wait a minute, but he's
That's not
gonna
gonna
choose Ally.
happen. He picked Ally. I saw.
In an alternate timeline, you picked Ally, and I picked Betray.
This
Why
time
did
I'm
I
gonna
do
pick up the
that?
fire extinguisher.
Why did I make that choice? It's as if my finger was being guided on its own.
I didn't choose to do that.
All votes have been received. Results will be displayed on the monitor.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Skip.
How could we see this coming?
No! Why, Junpei? You went and chose Ally the last time!
Wait, last
He
time?
did it.
The hell are you going on about? This is the first time we've played.
He
Get
just sees
good,
Sigma.
scrub.
He sees
How
Sigma, and
do
it's
I
like
even know about
first
it
time.
last time? Junpei's right. This should have been the first time. So, why do I think there was another one? When did this last time happen?
That'll come back to bite you in the ass.
We're jumping.
Carlos.
They don't call me Junpei Jump or nothing.
I'll get
They
you
call
for
you
this.
Jumpy?
Just in college.
Oh, weird.
This is
Yeah,
This
I
is-
never even went.
like when I'm in a fire. Up until
I don't know
now,
why they called me that.
avoided the pain leading to death. So then maybe I can.
Please, don't think badly of me for this. Later.
Anyway, it's a peaceful death. It's okay.
Later, Gator.
He comes in and murders Junpei.
I loved Carlos too.
I mean, I like you more, but come on.
That's not very Sunday.
Okay, so both paths were bad.
Yeah.
You're bad at this game.
I can't believe you'd say that.
But there's clearly a path where everybody gets along, right?
No. Exclamation mark. No.
Let's both choose betray.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we just put it in Junpei's mind that he's
Did
always going to
she
betray now.
Get bullied a lot?
No. It was just
No, she'd beat everybody
well,
to a bloody
not many
pulp
people
if they bullied
wanted
her.
to be friends.
Oh. I remember that happening. Wait!
Where?
You okay?
Is this before the AB game?
What? Okay.
He has save states.
Should I keep going?
Yeah.
I always saw her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her knees, and all alone.
I decided I'd stay by her side to watch over and protect her if I could.
Huh?
Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She
I
went
remember
to their
her too.
hutch, crying.
It was me, I was a middle
apologizing
schooler,
over
Junpei.
and over to them.
I killed the rabbits.
It was a firefighting simulation.
Did Akane tell you?
No.
Then why? So, gonna stay silent, huh? Fine. Guess there's no point talking about this. Let's just get these votes.
No, wait! Something's weird.
Hello, pot calling kettle.
Whenever I chose
No,
in the AB
calling you
game,
Junpei.
it was always the worst outcome.
I've never
What
called
are
you
talking
kettle.
about?
Junpei?
Carlos can't be trusted.
Carlos?
Oh.
Kill him, Junpei.
There was one timeline where he was real mean and he picked betray.
This time I'm bringing the fire extinguisher into the room with me.
I think
No explanation.
I understand. I believe that what you just did was shift, Carlos.
No, I didn't. There was no bathrooms.
Space-time human
Your
internal
pants.
fluctuating
You shifted your
transfer.
pants.
A phenomenon where
Oh, they
one's
are on
mind
backwards.
crosses
Thanks,
space and
Akane.
time.
Akane.
No problem.
Is that?
The power we used a year ago? The ability to send and receive information through the morphogenetic field. It's a simpler version of this.
You're saying the me here right now came from a different history?
Well, your consciousness at least. Say you go back in time to when your parents met, using a car as a time machine. Know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I do.
Groundhog Day.
The high school protagonist almost gets it on with his own mother and tries to get his awkward
You really
dad
are
to
from
marry her.
Alabama.
That's the basic plot, right?
Only somebody from Alabama would
Yes, the
remember
story
that part
revolves
of
around
it.
the
That's the only part I
We'll
remember.
call him M. Now, according to the plot, he's
Too
successful
bad we can't
at
just say
getting
his name
parents
because of
to marry.
copyright issues.
But history
Yeah.
ends up changing
Zero might
slightly.
be listening.
Upon returning to
Let's
his
call him
own
Morty.
time, his father's
his
a
Uncle
famous
Rick.
science fiction
He-
writer, and he's rich.
He turns himself into a pickle,
guess
Carlos.
the
It's the
hierarchy was
funniest thing I've
switched.
ever seen.
Dad punched the
I
neighborhood
feel
bully.
like, wait,
But
I came from a history.
you
It
notice
was the
something
funniest
odd
thing.
about the movie?
You're right.
Just what happened
Junpei
to
didn't
the
think it was
M
funny,
who
though.
lived in
That's
that
how I
fancy
shifted my
house?
pants.
It's all coming together.
I don't think the M from that history appears in the movie at all.
There are two overarching types of stories about time travel.
From the history I'm
First
from,
type
he
states
does
that
come from that
there is
movie.
always only one history. Meaning, if someone changes the past,
Why?
that previous past is subsequently erased.
That's right, Junpei.
Why?
Other type is where multiple histories exist. This is the many worlds interpretation,
Why?
one of the more widely believed hypotheses on multiverse theory. The world and universe split into branches as a result of one's decisions. It's a setup where each branch is able to exist in some form. Okay, so back to the movie. First,
Yay.
let's consider
The
what
effects
happens
weren't that
with a
great,
single
and
path
it was a
history.
fun movie, but it's kind of
In this
dated for the
case,
time.
Do
Anyway,
you know what
6
M
out of
is
10.
doing back in his own time?
What he's doing?
Committing a form of murder.
Murder?
Well, think about it. The M who grew up in that fancy house, let's call him M2. M2 should have had a variety of amazing memories from his life. Maybe he met a really cute girl he liked, or was a winner of a contest. The possibilities are endless. All of
just those
those
two.
memories, every single one
Oh,
was
weird.
overwritten when M came from another history.
Huh? But the history that disappeared was poor M's.
You're right.
be
That's
honest,
true.
you wrote all 3 of these
What was
games just
erased
so you
from
could bash
existing
Back
in
to the
time
Future.
was M's history.
Nomura does
the
it
only
again.
memories that M retained.
Are those of when he was poor?
So, in effect, the life that M2 lived through was overwritten, all because of the actions that the protagonist M took to save his own. I'd say that's the same as killing someone, don't you think? Next is the multiverse hypothesis. In this situation, M2's life is never erased.
If Mario
Instead,
built speed
a
for
mystery
12
remains.
hours.
I think he
Raises the
Where did
scuttlebug.
M2, the
That's a
version
form
who
of
remembers
murder,
being
Mario.
well off, and
Murders the
disappear to?
scuttlebug to get height.
Where he went?
Saving
is what
half
I
an
think.
A-press.
On the same day that protagonist M used the time machine,
press.
M2,
That's
for some
disgusting,
reason,
Mario.
did
He
the
doesn't
same
even
as M
save
and
the
went
full
back to the
A-press.
past. But then he did the exact opposite of M.
The opposite.
Mm-hmm. He stopped his dad from punching the bully.
So, when he returned to his own time, it was the world poor M had lived in.
Are you saying that they pretty much switched places?
It would keep everything consistent.
That's depressing.
What is?
M2's situation. Well, he ends up getting the bum end of the deal regardless of which scenario happens.
Damn, that's pretty unfair.
Yes, that's true. But, this is rather difficult to say, Carlos. Your
You're
case may
M2.
be exactly the same.
What?
Your consciousness could have come from another history and taken over this body. In exchange, the Carlos who was here originally.
No. Another me is in the other history?
There's no use in getting upset. You simply need to accept that that's what shifting is.
Every time we've died and gone back to our choices, we just killed someone.
Wait, Akane, how did you know
Yay!
that Carlos is able
Thanks,
to
Flowey.
shift?
He mentioned
Yay.
before that he knows which path has death at the end and which is safe. I just sort of knew, too.
An arsonist set fire to our house when I was 18.
Fire killed my parents.
Didn't make it, though I was able to get
Hey,
my
right.
sister Maria out. But we didn't make a clean escape. Maria fell into some sort of coma. They first thought that she had carbon monoxide poisoning, but that wasn't what it was.
Reverie syndrome. A variety of moments flicker in and out of the mind, as if one was constantly dreaming.
It's science.
We believe this is what your sister has.
Maria is either receiving large amounts of information from the morphogenetic field, or her consciousness cannot stop its jumping between multiple histories.
Huh. Then she's like us.
Yes, though it's slightly different.
We're not in the
Maria's
hospital.
case,
He's mad.
that power is running rampant within her. That is what the Reverie Syndrome really is.
What?
If a way can be found to control the ability, then she could recover from it.
Is that true? I see. That's good. So there's some hope for her.
Hey, Carlos, when you dove into the fire to save your sister, you were able to hear her voice, right?
Yeah, I was.
Carlos, I'm here! I'm over here!
Maria! Maria, is that you? Just stay there! I'm coming to get you!
No matter how you look at it, there was no way her voice could reach me. But I realized exactly where she was, and I found her quickly. That was
Then
the
I had to
first
do
time.
this puzzle.
After that,
It was like
got
Sudoku. I couldn't leave the building.
The weirdest lock system on our door.
This ability we have is triggered by intense danger.
When we're threatened by a crisis, it's easier for us to access the field.
I get it. So that's what it was.
So, Carlos, Junpei, shall we shift?
Huh?
What?
There's really no reason to play the AB game. Well, as it stands
but
right
hey.
now, it's incredibly likely the both of you will decide to pick ally. But instead of going through that, it'd be better to shift to another history. It'll work! The three of us will definitely be able to do it!
Let's skip right to the good
only-
ending.
If we find our lives in danger.
Wait, what do you mean by danger?
I'm gonna kick you in the balls, Junpei.
I really wish a different Junpei was going through this.
On the count of three, you gotta shift.
But Akane will leave you behind.
To supply additional materia. Please
So
quarantine
anyway, we
or
set up a
disconnect the
nuke.
control panel.
All right.
Hey,
Oh.
Akane?
Are you serious?
You're really turning the reactor into a bomb?
I told you earlier, didn't I? Our lives have to be in danger for our shift ability to manifest.
But this is absolutely nuts.
That's why it's gonna work.
Even if we do manage to do this, the us who are from whatever history we switch with will end up...
Do you plan on dying here then?
Oh, right. I forgot you were like that.
The main cord is preventing the shield from deploying. Please evacuate now. Please evacuate now.
So, where do we need to jump to?
Well,
Does anybody
You didn't
have a
consider that
flowchart?
part?
well, if we knew in advance, the effect of the threat would be lessened.
You're not affected by any of this at all, are you?
That's not true. Here, look, my heart's pounding so fast. Do you want to check it?
2 minutes until
Gross.
detonation.
Hey, it's
But I'm
kind
not
of getting down to
gonna.
the wire here.
I do, but not with
Carlos.
consent.
Oh, he
You
doesn't
just
wanna-
made it awkward.
Ah, shit! Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. Jump to the same history I am.
The same history?
Which one?
Think! There's a history when we didn't
They jump
get
and
all
find
ones on the
Junpei's
dice
head on the
rolls.
shelf.
The moment
Ah,
right after
shoot.
that.
Are you insane? We're just gonna get ourselves killed.
It's okay. I have a plan.
30 seconds until detonation.
All right. I trust you, Junpei.
Ah, damn it. Junpei, if we die, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Sounds like a
Okay.
good deal. I'll shake on that. Dio explosion.
That was a sound from Kingdom Hearts.